What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to address a little issue most of y'all may not know you could fix very easily without buying the whole linkage assembly on these OBS trucks. Now, you call around to O'Reilly or Advance or junkyards or whatever, and they want to try to sell you the whole wiper, linkage, transmission arm, the whole daggum thing. You don't need all that. 99.9995.273 divided by carry to 2, maybe, I don't know. But I do know that you can buy the rebuild kit and fix it yourself and save yourself, and it's only like $4.99 for the kit. Let me show you. Okay, so you go down to O'Reilly's. Eat fresh. Wait a minute, no, that's Subway. Okay. Anyway, you get the 49444 Dorman kit. This is for your GM wiper linkage clips. Got these little copper caps that the ball for the wiper arm sits in, and some new bolts and screws and hardware. You just got to figure out which size yours is. There's two different types. There's a smaller ball and there's a larger ball. If you're like me, you got small balls. Let's just get back to it. Now, I done started without y'all, but you got to take your wiper arms off. And for those of you that never taken the wiper arms off, use one of these GM OBSs. There's that little lever right there on the side. You can tell somebody's had this one off before. When it's on here, like so, you'll raise this lever up. It'll only go so far, and then you take this whole arm and raise it up and pry on it. I do it with my hand or a quarter. Some people use a screwdriver. That's why it gets all scratched up. But once you get it up like that, you hold it there, you rock it, and it comes right off. There's a notch and splines on here that locks into there. Please put it on there right. Don't try to beat it on, because guess what? You're going to ruin this out, strip it out, and then your arms are going to look like an octopus flailing for oxygen. I don't know. Do they even breathe oxygen? I don't know. Next, you got to take the cowling off. Now, I've already got this side off, and somebody's been in it before, and it's broken. This ear here has broke off. But let me show you. This sits in here like that and screws in there, and then this other piece I got over here pops down in there and screws in right here. Now, for those of you that want to take your hood off, this is the same panel that you take off, and you pull this bolt right here and the other bolt inside and take your hood right off here. And you got this screw here. Once you get that off, you get the other cap on the other side off. You got another screw here. Okay, you got another one right over here. Right there. And then let's walk around the other side and I'll show you the rest. I haven't taken this side off yet, but it shows you there's like a little tab that rides in right there. Once you pull this screw out of here, you'll take this tab and push this back and pull back to you and lift it up, and it'll come right out. And then we got a screw under here, and we got another screw right here I've already started taking out, and then of course that one right down in there. Now, I'm gonna take these off. I'll be right back with you, because we can't raise the hood and do anything yet until we get those screws out, because it's going to be kind of hard trying to get in there unless you got a stubby screwdriver, and then usually it ain't long enough. That's what she said. Okay, now that we got all those out, we're going to go ahead and raise the hood. Then you're going to have some screws. Like I said, somebody's been in this one. So you're going to pull this weather strip right here off. That out of your way. You'll pull these screws out. There's one or two on the corners, I believe, and then you got these clips right here that help hold it in, and it should just lift right off there. I'll be right back. Okay, now that we got that off and out of the way, we can see down in there, you got to disconnect that windshield wiper washer hose too. Got that open. We're going to close the hood back, so we can come over here and get that in here and do what we need to do. Now, the problem we got is right here. This, which is the linkage system, is what has come off and wore itself out. And it goes right on here, on this ball right here. So, need to get that back on there And in order to do that, I got to use this linkage clip kit that I got. We'll be right back in just a second. All right, so what we're going to do here now is have a little more of this cold snag. Okay, so this is what comes off, okay? And you can tell it's worn, it's copper. Now, these are supposed to be a direct replacement for some of the other styles. Now, you look and see which one is the size that you need. Okay, now I need the bigger one here. Now, I opened the box a minute ago and I must have dropped one of them. Let me go find that. I'll be right back. Well, anyhow, this is, I don't need it because my other one is absolutely fine. I just checked it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this like a bushing. Okay, I'm going to put this right in there like so. I'm not going to have to drill anything. It's basically just going to work like a bushing. And I'm going to put this back together, and when I torque it down, it's going to tighten right back up in there and give it that little extra clearance that it needs to tighten up and hold it on this ball down here. That's the whole problem. Nothing's broke. It's just wore out a little bit. So we're just going to put a little bushing in there and put it back together. Now, depending on your setup and which unit you use, you may have to trim the bolt holes off the side. Once again, we're just using this as a bushing, okay? So this doesn't matter because it's not going to bolt up to it anyways because the bolt holes do not line up. This is actually for a different application. I'm just showing you guys how to fix this thing without having to buy a whole damn linkage rod. So once you get in between these bolts here and get down in there, these will not clear because of the outer shoulder. So just take you a pair of side cutters or needle nose with a cutter on it, wire cutter. It's really thin copper, and just clip that like that. And that way when you go to put it together and you drop it in to this clip here, it clears the bolt holes. All right, let's put it together and see what we get. All right, now for a moment of truth. Let's turn it on and see what we get. Look at there, we got rotational movement. Both shafts, no noise other than the lawnmower and my son having fun. We rescued an old Simplicity rear engine mower that had been sitting in a garage, or not a garage, but actually been sitting in an abandoned barn that's on the side of my property over here. Been over there in that barn, which is grown up. It's my landlord's. He's never been in there. There's an old mower in there, so we asked him what he was doing with it, and he said, nothing. You want to junk it? And I said, no, I want to pull it out and build something with my son because he wanted to do something together. Well, he likes to get out here and pop wheelies with it and just be a goofball. So, something he was able to do himself with my guidance, and he enjoys it. But anyway, still running. Bushing worked. Now we're going to put it all back together after I have another cold snag. And there we have it. We have operating windshield wiper arms in time, not overrunning and bouncing off the side of the windshield post or A-bar. Everything's operational. No noises. That was the AC compressors. I still need some of these headlights, guys. I can get the clear OEM styles. I blacked out the grill, but I want the black housing. I guess I have to make them myself and just order the OEM styles. So, another budget fix that I did myself in the garage, just like anybody else can do. I'm a retired mechanic. I quit doing it. I got tired of busting my knuckles and not making enough money working for people. I did it for myself for a while when I had my body shop, built custom cars. I miss it. I love doing it. I just do it for myself and close friends and family and my wife. That's pretty much it. Do things with my boys and teach them stuff. Anybody can do it. To fix those windshield wipers literally costed me $4. That was buying the box with the pieces in it. But that one piece was probably 25 cents. I mean, simple. You know, it's all it needed was a little bit of a bushing in there, and it's back together and working fine. Rather than spending, you know, 60, 70, 80, 100, 150, $200 on, you know, linkage assemblies and tearing into that and breaking bolts, and then now you need the arm that goes on the wiper motor, and then when you're trying to get it off, you mess up the wiper motor shaft and shear a pin off, and you're buying a wiper motor, and then when you're trying to pull that off, the clip breaks and the wiring comes out and you bust a delay, and it's like a boat. You know what boat stands for, right? Break out another 1,000 every time you take it out. So, you know, you start getting in these projects and they get to be pricey. But just goes to show you, you can fix things pretty cheap if you just use some common sense, common knowledge, and just use your head. Y'all have a good day. God bless.